Most men think making a woman miss them is about playing games. It's not. It's about becoming emotionally unforgettable. Because the truth is, women don't miss availability, they miss emotional impact. They miss the man who made them feel something different. And if you understand female psychology deeply enough, you can disappear from her life and still stay on her mind every single day. She'll think about you in traffic, at night, randomly while scrolling her phone, while talking to another guy. And the craziest part? You won't even need to chase her, because attraction grows strongest in absence. But listen carefully. Most men completely destroy this process without realizing it. They text too much, reply too fast, give too much attention, reveal too much emotion. And by doing that, they remove mystery. They remove tension. They remove the emotional space required for desire to grow. So in this video, I'm going to show you the real psychological ways to make a woman miss you deeply, not temporarily, obsessively. Let's begin. Number 1. Disappear without warning. This is the mistake most men make. The moment a woman pulls away emotionally, they panic, they double text, they ask what's wrong, they chase harder. And in doing that, they destroy their value instantly, because nothing kills attraction faster than desperation. But when you suddenly become unavailable, everything changes. Now her mind has space to wander, and imagination is more powerful than reality. She starts wondering where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, whether another woman is getting your attention. And once uncertainty enters a woman's emotions, attachment begins growing silently. Because people value what feels difficult to access. That's human nature. But there's another reason this works. When you continue living peacefully without her, it triggers emotional insecurity. She realizes your life doesn't revolve around her, and suddenly you become a challenge again. Number 2. Never let her feel like she fully owns your attention. This is where most men fail badly. They make a woman the center of their entire emotional world, always available, always replying instantly, always validating her, always watching her stories, always reacting, always present. But mystery disappears when access becomes unlimited. And when mystery disappears, so does emotional excitement. A woman should feel your presence, not your dependence. There's a difference. The men women obsess over usually have one thing in common. Their attention feels earned, not guaranteed. And psychologically, humans become addicted to uncertainty. That's why casinos work. That's why social media works. And that's why emotional unpredictability creates obsession. When she doesn't fully know when she'll hear from you again, you stay in her mind longer. Number 3. Become impossible to replace. This is the real secret. Not looks, not money, not status. Emotional uniqueness. Most men are forgettable because they act exactly the same. Same compliments, same flirting, same energy, same conversations. But the man who introduces a woman to new emotions becomes unforgettable. Maybe you make her laugh differently. Maybe you understand her deeply. Maybe you make her feel emotionally safe. Maybe you challenge her intellectually. Maybe you inspire her. Maybe you introduce her to a completely different experience of life. Whatever it is, it has to feel rare. Because women don't miss average experiences. They miss emotional contrast. The feeling that I can't find this anywhere else. That's what creates emotional attachment.
Number 4. Stop reacting to her attention traps. This is where emotional discipline matters. Eventually, she will test you. She'll post a revealing picture, a cryptic quote, a story clearly designed for your attention. Maybe she suddenly becomes more active online. Maybe she posts another guy. Maybe she tries making you jealous. And most men fail immediately. They react emotionally. They like the picture, watch every story instantly, send messages, seek reassurance. But understand this: attention is emotional currency, and when she knows she can get yours instantly, its value drops. The moment you stop reacting impulsively, she starts questioning her emotional control over you, and that uncertainty becomes addictive because now she wonders, why isn't he reacting? Is he losing interest? Is there someone else? That emotional tension keeps you in her thoughts. Number 5. Build a life she feels excluded from. This is powerful. Women don't just want a man, they want access to his world, his experiences, his energy, his lifestyle, his future.
So if your life looks empty without her, there's nothing to miss. But if she sees you growing, winning, traveling, laughing with people, building something meaningful, now she feels absence. Now she feels replaced emotionally. And here's the important part. You don't post to impress her. You post because your life genuinely continues. That authenticity matters because women can sense performative behavior. But when your happiness feels real, it hits differently. Now she's not just missing you. She's missing access to the version of life she experienced with you. Number 6. Learn the power of emotional imprinting. Most men create conversations. Very few create memories. And memory is what keeps attraction alive during absence. This is why little things matter. Nicknames, inside jokes, specific songs, unique phrases, shared rituals, a certain restaurant, a certain scent, a certain line you always say. Because humans are emotional creatures tied deeply to association. One song can bring back an entire relationship. One smell can revive forgotten feelings instantly. And if you create enough emotional associations, she'll encounter reminders of you everywhere without you even being there. That's emotional imprinting, and it's incredibly powerful. Number 7. Never let her feel emotionally superior to you. Women are attracted
attracted to emotional strength, not emotional dependency. The moment she feels like she completely controls your emotions, desire weakens because certainty kills tension. This doesn't mean becoming cold, it means remaining centered, calm, grounded, in control of yourself, even when emotions are involved. Most men become emotionally reactive around women they really like, and ironically, that's what pushes women away. But the man who remains composed, who doesn't panic, who doesn't chase validation, who maintains his purpose regardless of her behavior, that man becomes difficult to forget because emotional stability feels rare today. Number 8, teach her something she didn't know before meeting you. This works on a deep psychological level. Women remember men who expanded their world, not just romantically, mentally, emotionally, experientially. Maybe you introduced her to a new mindset, a new perspective, a new skill, a new way of thinking about life, a new confidence she didn't have before. People become emotionally attached to those who helped transform them, and transformation creates permanence, because every time she uses that lesson, she subconsciously remembers you. Number 9, leave her with unanswered emotional questions. This is one of the darkest psychological truths. Closure weakens obsession. Mystery fuels it. That's why people obsess more over unfinished stories, unsent messages, what-ifs, lost opportunities. The relationships people struggle to forget are usually the ones that felt incomplete emotionally. Because the brain hates unresolved emotions, it keeps replaying them endlessly, searching for answers. So if every interaction with you feels emotionally predictable, she eventually stops thinking about you. But if there's mystery, depth, unpredictability, emotional tension, you remain mentally alive in her world. Number 10, become the man she fears losing. This is the final level, because attraction is not about convincing someone to like you. It's about becoming valuable enough that losing you feels painful. And that only happens when your life has purpose beyond women. Mission, ambition, discipline, self-respect, standards, direction. Women deeply attached to men who feel emotionally solid, men who know where they're going, men who don't collapse emotionally over attention, men who can walk away if necessary. That energy creates emotional gravity, and gravity creates attachment. At the end of the day, making a woman miss you isn't manipulation, it's understanding human psychology. People miss what emotionally moved them. They miss what felt rare. They miss what made them feel alive. And if you become emotionally unforgettable, distance actually increases attraction, because absence doesn't kill feelings, it reveals them. Now ask yourself honestly, have you been building attraction or just chasing attention? Because those are two completely different things. Comment below which point hit hardest, and if you want more videos on female psychology, attraction, confidence, and emotional mastery, subscribe. Because once you understand how attraction truly works, you stop chasing and start becoming unforgettable.